Hello my dear children, good morning to all. Welcome back to class 12 economic online class. How are you children? Okay, which chapter we are discussing? Yes, chapter 8, infrastructure. What do you mean by infrastructure? All those activities or services which provide a support to our economy or to our society is known as infrastructure. Can you give me some example? Yes, roads, railway, dam, telecommunications, healthcare, education, etc. There are two types of infrastructure, economic infrastructure and social infrastructure. And also we had discussed the status of infrastructure in India. When we compare our country with other countries, still we are lagging behind. Today we will focus on one important infrastructure, that is energy. Energy is a critical aspect of the development process and it is one of the most important component of economic infrastructure. It is essential for both agriculture and industrial production and also it used by households. It can be treated as lifelines of production activity across all the sectors of the economy. So what are the sources of energy? So source of energy can categorized under various heads. The first one, the commercial and non-commercial energy sources and conventional and non-conventional energy sources. Then the first one, commercial energy sources. The energy which is used for commercial purpose and is known as commercial energy sources. So these are used in factories, industries and all. So it is a type of source of energy which have market value of sale and purchase. So it is exhaustible in nature. That means it is not renewable. For example, coal, petroleum, electricity, etc. Then the next one, non-commercial energy sources. There are not commercial as they found in nature. So it's found as a gift from nature. They are renewable source of energy. Mainly they are used for domestic or consumption purpose. For example, firewood, agricultural waste and dried dung. So, the another category of source of energy is conventional and non-conventional source of energy. First of all, non-conventional source of energy. It includes both commercial and non-commercial source of energy. This source of energy which comes into existence in the recent past. So using just from past few years. They are renewable resources. They are unlimited in availability. They are less expensive and eco-friendly. For example, solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, biomass, etc. But more than 60% of Indian households depend upon traditional source of energy. That means sources of energy which we are using since long period of time. Such resources of energy are known as conventional source of energy. Mostly they are non-renewable. They are limited in availability. For example, coal, petroleum, natural gas, electricity, etc. Next we moving on to the topic consumption pattern of commercial energy in India. In India, commercial energy consumption makes up about 74%. The rest 26% account for non-commercial energy consumption. Then to this, coal provides a large share, that is 54%. Then oil provides 32% of commercial energy consumption. Then natural gas at 10%, hydro energy at 2%. Then when we talk about the sectoral pattern of consumption of commercial energy, according to 2012-13 data, industrial sector consuming major share of commercial energy, that is 45%, and followed by household sector 22%. Next we are going to understand one important example for energy sources. They are electricity or power. So it is power is the most visible form of energy. So power, it's commonly called electricity. It is a critical component of infrastructure that determines the economic development of a country. With increased development of the economy, the demand of electricity is also increasing day by day. The rate of demand of power is far ahead than the GDP growth rate. So what are the sources of power generation? So electricity or power can be generated through various sources. They are thermal power. Thermal power means power is generated through coal, oil, natural gas, etc. Then hydel power, that is power is generated through water. Then also wind power, that is through windmills. Then also we have nuclear power. So nuclear power means power is generated through radioactive elements such as uranium. Then in India, according to 2012-13 data, 70% of total electricity is generated through thermal power. Then hydel and wind power accounted for 16%. Only 2% of total electricity is generated through nuclear power plants. Our power sectors are facing various problems. So what are the challenge or problem in the power sectors? So first one, transmission and distribution loss. So electricity generated by various power stations. It is not consumed entirely by ultimate consumer. The loss in electricity while flowing from one place to another can be due to backward technology. Then the second one, insufficient installed capacity. Although there exists massive production of electricity in our country, but it is not sufficient for annual economic growth, or it is not sufficient to meet the demand for electricity. Then the third one, underutilization of capacity. Due to lack of proper technology, the power plants are underutilized, or the power plants are not run properly. Then the fourth one, shortage of raw materials. Thermal power plants, which is the main source of Indian power sector, is facing shortage of coal supplies and other raw materials. Then the next one, poor performance of state electricity boards. They incur losses. That means poor electricity boards incur losses due to transmission and distribution losses, wrong pricing, then electricity board facing fund problems due to free distribution in agriculture sector, then also electricity is stolen in different areas, etc. Then the next one, public unrest. Due to heavy taxes and massive power cuts across the country, power sector always lack the cooperation of general public. So these are the various problems that facing our power sector. So how can overcome these challenges? So we have to minimize transmission and distribution loss through proper technology, then proper utilization of excess capacity and increase the power generation with increasing the number of plants, then ensure regular supply of raw materials, also encourage more public, private and foreign investment, etc. Through this measurement, we can solve most of the problems in power sectors. Okay, children? So, today we have discussed about most important infrastructure, that is energy. Then also we have studied the various sources of energy. Then one example for energy resources, that is electricity. Then sources of electricity. Then the problems that are facing our power sector, etc. So you have to study this topic very well. Okay students, as usual you have to watch the URL, attend the test paper, download your notes and learn it well. See you in the next class. Children, bye-bye.